Yo, what is going on, everybody? Shri Kanase here. So the top 5 niches for Shopify dropshipping in 2020 and onwards, specifically April and onwards. Now, there have been a lot of different changes this year, specifically with the kind of things people are looking to buy and the kind of things people actually want because of the things that are going on in the world when I'm recording this video in 2020. And because of YouTube rules, I cannot name exactly specific reason is, but it is related to health. And unless you live under a rock, you already probably know what I'm talking about. But because of that, a lot of people have changes as to how they spend money online and as to what they buy. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the new top 5 niches which I personally think are the most profitable for 2020 and onwards. And it doesn't really matter whether you use Facebook ads or Google ads for these specific niches. But along with revealing some of these niches, I'm going to be going over exactly why they're so profitable and whether they would do better on Facebook or Google. So it's important that you watch until the end. But without wasting any more time, let's dive right into it. So before I actually reveal the first thing, there's actually one thing you will have to do in order to find success with this video, and that is destroy that like button down below. It'll take just 2 quick seconds and I'll really appreciate that. Okay, hopefully you have done that. But the first niche that I would like to reveal is the cleaning niche. Now, this specific niche alone can generate up to $100,000 per month. And I personally know this because on one of my main general stores, I have a lot of cleaning products doing well. But before I talk about exactly which products you should be looking into selling and whether this specific niche is better for Facebook or Google, I want to go ahead and take you over to Google Trends to kind of show you a general term that is related to this niche and how it has been affected because of the things that are going on in this world. So we're looking at the specific term called sanitizing. If we look at the past 5 years, we can see that it was very consistent, not too profitable, not too high in terms of searches, but just in the beginning of February, it has literally skyrocketed overnight with almost 100% growth. And if we look kind of at a closer map of past 12 months, we can see that again in the beginning of February, it kind of started to go up and it has stayed up consistently. Personally, what I believe is that this specific niche will now be permanently in demand. And I'm not referring to just sanitizing as a search term, but rather the cleaning niche as a whole, simply because due to the things going on in the world right now, people's mentality and mindset has changed completely. Now people are more geared towards staying safe, washing their hands, keeping things clean around them. And by the end of this situation that's going on in the world, I can almost guarantee that people will have a changed mindset where this becomes a permanent part of their lives. So this niche is one of the biggest things that you can get into before the things that are going on in the world end, because you want to establish a proper ground when it comes to your Shopify dropshipping store. And in my own experience, I found multiple different products on AliExpress that are related to this niche. Now, some examples here are the sanitizer wand. This is one of the main products I revealed in one of my previous videos on the top products to sell. But in addition to that, there's another specific product called the UV lamp, where this specific lamp kind of just gets rid of all of the germs if you just hover this lamp over it. It's kind of similar to the sanitizer wand. But in addition, a lot of the cleaning supplies like vacuum cleaners, smart cleaning robots, bed cleaning robots, etc. These are going to be in very high demand for the years to come. And again, because the spike has just come recently, you want to kind of be taking advantage of this and trying to get into this specific niche, or at least sell some products related to this specific niche on your store that you already have running, so that you can kind of gauge whether there really is demand for the products you want to sell. And then once you find demand for a given product, just go ahead and make a new website related to that and turn that website into a specific niche. But cleaning definitely is the number one niche I recommend for 2020 and onwards. Now let's move on to niche number 2, and this is the indoor toys and games niche. Now again, this is kind of related to what's going on in the world already, but indoor toys and games have become much more popular. If we go ahead and go on to Google Trends, we can see that although there is no clear sign on Google that the keyword toys has kind of spiked up, but in my own personal experience, I've seen toys and indoor games getting sold more and more often. And this kind of volume that I'm seeing is usually really visible in these specific months when it's almost Christmas time. But the surprising thing is, for these specific products, I'm seeing a volume right now. And if we look at the beginning of March, we can see that there is sort of a slight curve upwards. And in my own opinion and experience, I personally believe that this will continue to stay in sort of an upward trend. It may not be as highly profitable as the sanitizing or cleaning niche, but nonetheless, people are wanting to spend more time indoors with their families. They're trying to find ways to pass the time. So some example products here which I recommend that you try selling are trampolines, family board games, or backyard sports, specifically like portable soccer goals or portable basketball hoops. Because again, a lot of people have no choice but to spend their time indoors, so they're going to find ways to kind of enjoy it with their family. So nonetheless, indoor toys and games is one perfect niche to be looking into selling into right now because of the conditions that are going on in the world. But let's move on to niche number 3, and that is the cooking niche. Now again, related to what's going on in the world, people are spending more time indoors and they're trying to find ways to pass their time. Cooking is one specific habit and pastime a lot of people are taking on simply because they have nothing better to do. And because of the scare that is going on in the world, people are kind of actually scared to even dine outdoors, so they prefer to make their meals indoor, which is why cooking has become such a highly demanded niche. And specifically within the cooking niche, I'm seeing a big spike in specific products such as the bread making machine. Now if you go ahead and go onto Google Trends and just type in bread maker, we can see that within the past 12 months there has been an incredible amount of spike in the amount of searches done on Google for this specific product. And again, these specific spikes started in early March, so this kind of product is the perfect product to be selling related to the cooking niche if you have a cooking niche store or just run a general store. But some other things you can look into are specifically kitchen gadgets. Again, kitchen gadgets have become more popular because more people are spending their times in their kitchen trying to make something and trying to cook something. But because of the high demand for this specific niche on Google and a lot of people searching for these products on Google, this niche is the perfect to be using with Google ads. Of course, that does not mean that you won't find success with Facebook, but in my own experience, I believe that I have found that the cooking niche is very competitive on Facebook and it may cost a little bit higher to get sales on Facebook compared to Google. And if we look at the indoor toys and games niche, this specific niche is the perfect niche to be selling both on Google ads as well as Facebook, because on Facebook, sure, there is a lot of competition within the baby niche, but if you try selling products like trampolines or backyard sports like portable soccer goals or basketball hoops and make good videos for those products, I personally think that those products can sell really well on Facebook as well. And if we go back to the cleaning niche, this is something I found more success with on Facebook rather than on Google, because with Google, there are only a few specific search terms which are getting higher amounts of search volume than normal, and the other search terms are kind of still not getting searched as much. So that is exactly what makes this specific cleaning niche much better for Facebook ads. And in addition, you can make a nice video showcasing something getting cleaned with one of the products, and that would be all that is really needed to sell a product like this. Again, demonstration for cleaning niche products is very, very important because people need to know how it works, how it can benefit them, and you have to kind of connect this to what is going on in the world right now. But that is exactly where you should be selling within these specific niches. But let's go ahead and move on to our fourth niche, and that is the sewing niche. Now the sewing niche is a specific niche which does well both on Google ads as well as Facebook ads. So you won't really go wrong with selling the products for this specific niche on Facebook or Google. But some of the products which I found kind of are doing well right now at this moment are sewing machines, needle related products, and sewing stations. Now if you go ahead and go on to Google Trends and just type in the search term sewing, we can see that in the past 12 months there has been a spike in this specific search term again towards the beginning of March, and it has continued to go up all the way in April. In my own opinion, I'm very sure that until all of the things that are going on in the world end, the sewing niche is not one that is going to go down. And the beauty about this specific niche is that when people take this on as one of their hobbies, they're going to want to continuously do sewing. So these products have a very high chance of being very, very consistent after all of the stuff that's going on in the world has ended. So again, just like the one of the previous niches I was talking about, you want to establish your store as one of the main sellers within the sewing niche so that you get a large amount of search volume and a large amount of clicks for this product. As I mentioned earlier, so the sewing niche is one you can sell well both on Google as well as Facebook, because with Google, search volume is the most important. And here, clearly there's a lot of search volume for this product. Again, if you want more tutorials on Google, I have a whole playlist on Google Ads. I'll leave the link in the description below, which you can check out and hopefully sell some of the sewing related products on your store. But let's move on to our final niche, and this niche is the home workout niche. Now again, related to what is going on in the world, but as many of you already know by now, a lot of the gyms in the United States are currently closed, and because of that, people, especially bodybuilders, are looking to find a way to work out within their home. So that is what makes this niche so lucrative to be selling in right now. Some of the products which I've personally seen selling really well are resistant bands and also small workout machines. Now of course, if you want to sell from AliExpress for this specific niche, you will have to kind of stick to the smaller products apps, or maybe the smaller workout machines. There's a lot of machines which are very, very big and heavy, and at this moment, because of the delays, because of what's going on in the world, and because of longer shipping times, I highly recommend that you try to stay away from drop shipping big and heavy items, because a lot of these products are not reaching people on time, and they're not even leaving China, which could cause further issues with your dropshipping store. So in my opinion, I highly recommend you kind of stick to the smaller items within this niche. But again, if you go on to Google Trends, we can see that for the keyword home workout, there has been a big demand, especially since March, and this demand will most likely continue to stay very, very consistent until what's happening in the world has slowed down. In addition, if you go on Amazon and just try to search up workout related products or just workout machines in general, you will see that a lot of the specific machines are actually out of stock until May and so forth. And because of this, people are kind of relying on dropshipping websites to buy these kinds of products, and people are trying to actually avoid Amazon because nothing is in stock at the moment on Amazon. So that's what makes this specific niche so well to sell in and dropship the right product, especially if the product that you're dropshipping from AliExpress is currently in stock. But this specific niche again is very, very lucrative for both Google Ads as well as Facebook, because as you can see, there's a high amount of demand for the search terms related to this specific niche. And in general, people are searching for products that are related to just working out. But in addition, just making a nice video ad or even using an image ad for a workout related product can do really well in this case. But this was my top 5 niche list for Shopify in 2020 and onwards. If you found any type of value in this video, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.